days and will one day redeem the whole world by heralding the Messiah. Because of Elijah's messianic role, Jews opened the door for him at each Passover Seder, the ceremonial meal that commemorates the liberation from Egyptian slavery and includes the hope for ultimate redemption. Similarly, every Saturday night around the world, as the Sabbath departs, traditional Jews chant Eliyahu Hanavi, Elijah the prophet, may he come to us speedily with the Messiah, son of David. Elijah follows the path of the archetypal hero: uncertain origins, trials and adventures, transformation, and return into the world. In his case, the fierce biblical zealot turns into the most beloved, cherished figure in Judaism. In the Israel folktale archives, fittingly located in Haifa on Mount Carmel, site of the prophet's triumph, there are more stories about Elijah than Moses, King Solomon, or anyone else. Over the centuries, the belief in his powers sustained the masses, while his inspiration enthused the mystics. Whereas the biblical Elijah is a chastiser of Israel, the post-biblical Elijah is a benevolent savior. Undeniably, there are compassionate elements in his biblical personality and harsh elements in his later one, but it often seems there are two different Elijahs. What links them? Why does Elijah return to earth? How does the original figure become full-fledged? To explore him, we must begin, of course, with the biblical account. But how reliable is it? Some scholars contend that if he ever existed, Elijah was a charismatic, holy man, purportedly able to bring rain, who lived in the time of King Ahab in the 9th century BCE. Gradually, legends were woven around him and then given literary form in the scriptural saga. According to one view, the biblical tale of Elijah was composed to justify a coup against Ahab's son, King Jehoram, led by an army commander named Jehu. As the Book of Kings records, Jehu assassinated Jehoram, had Jezebel thrown down from a window of her palace, and killed Ahab's descendants and then the prophets and followers of Baal. To legitimate this extermination, court scribes may have produced accounts of Elijah condemning Ahab and predicted Jehu's rise to power and his slaughter of the idolaters. Whether or not such speculation is correct, there are certainly legendary elements in the biblical cycle of Elijah stories. Over the following 2 millennia, Jewish folklore, in the Talmud, Midrash, and countless later tales, expanded his role and his powers. He became the protean prophet, capable of assuming numerous forms, often that of an old man, but also a young man, an Arab, a Roman official, a slave, and once, for a noble purpose, even a prostitute. Who is Elijah? His flexible identity keeps us wondering. In his fervor, he recalls the earlier biblical zealot Phinehas, grandson of Aaron the priest, who stopped a divinely sent plague by killing 2 flagrant sinners. But according to a persistent tradition, Elijah did not just resemble Phinehas, he was Phinehas. Despite the chronological impossibility of this identification, it is psychologically revealing and accords with Elijah's timeless, elastic nature. Elijah is not limited to the confines of a single personality. Since he is destined to return and announce the Messiah, followers of Jesus could believe that John the Baptist was none other than Elijah, proclaiming Jesus as the Christ, the Anointed One. According to the New Testament, Jesus accepted this identification of John with Elijah, while some of Jesus' followers thought that Jesus himself was Elijah. Elijah is elusive, like the ruach, wind, spirit with which he is associated. King Ahab's God-fearing steward knows how hard it is to locate Elijah and tells the prophet worriedly, "The spirit of Yud-He-Vav-He will carry you off to I know not where." 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 12. This is how Elijah's contemporaries conceived of him, appearing and disappearing unexpectedly, as if blown by the wind, conveyed by the divine ruach. When he leaves earth, vanishing in a whirlwind aboard the fiery chariot, his disciples' followers wonder if the spirit of Yud-He-Vav-He has carried him off.